Bonjour tout le monde.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the meeting of the college. Exceptionally, it's not on a Wednesday this week, but on Tuesday, the 25th of June, because as you will be aware, the President is leaving tomorrow for Japan, together with President Tusk, where they will be representing the EU at the G20 summit. So, what do the college look at today?
The European Fiscal Board, Mr. Niels Tiggesen, attended today's college to present the board's annual report on the general orientation of the fiscal policy for the euro area in 2020. The European Fiscal Board is an independent body established in 2015 to advise on the overall direction of fiscal policy in the euro area. I believe everybody knows by now that there will be a press conference by the board, which will take place at 1 p.m. Today in the Berlaymont, Mall, and the report itself will be published at 2. So those of you who want to attend Mr. Tigges' press conference, please identify yourselves with our team. I believe the press conference is one of the aquarium rooms, right? Yes, I'm told, yes. Then the college was updated on the state of play on Italy and had a discussion on the topic, and the college agreed to revert to this matter next week. The college has also been debriefed by Vice President Katainen and Commissioners Malmström and Hogan on the latest state of play of the Mercosur talks. As you are aware, EU and Mercosur negotiating teams are gathered in Brussels since Friday, and these technical discussions are continuing as we speak. Tomorrow, Vice President Katainen, with Commissioners Malmström and Hogan, will meet the Mercosur ministers for a working dinner to take stock of the progress achieved so far in these discussions. Again, staying in the area of trade, some good news on trade. The Council today approved the EU-Vietnam trade and investment agreements that are expected to bring unprecedented benefits for European and Vietnamese companies, consumers, and workers, while promoting respect for labor rights, environmental protection, and the fight against climate change under the Paris Agreement. Today's decisions, which we welcome, paves the way to the signature of these agreements, which will take place in Hanoi on Sunday, 13th of June, with Commissioner Malmström and Romanian Minister for Business, Trade and Entrepreneurship, Stefan Radu Oprea, signing on behalf of the European Union. We have issued a press release on this important Council agreement. Then the College also saw the report on the management of the EU budget for 2018, presented by Commissioner Oettinger, summarizing the EU budget performance for last year and the Commission's internal procedures for effective management of the EU finances. As you know, making sure that every euro from the EU budget creates added value for citizens is a key priority of this Commission. It is also an important objective of the Commission proposal for the EU's next long-term budget for the period 2021-2027. Today's report shows that in 2018, the EU budget once again contributed to delivering our main political priorities. It also confirms that the EU budget is well managed, and the Commission has an effective toolbox in place to make sure that the budget is protected and every euro is spent in the most effective way. Also today, the Commission has adopted the annual report on internal audits carried out by the Commission last year. The report provides for an overview of all audits conducted across the Commission by the Independent Internal Audit Service. And finally, the Commission has today published also the first annual report on the application of the updated Code of Conduct for Commissioners, which the Commission adopted, as you may remember, following a proposal by President Juncker and after consulting the European Parliament back in January 2018. Let me remind you that this Code of Conduct was adopted in the context of our commitment to enhance transparency and the political assurances that President Juncker gave to the Parliament as he took his office from day one. Today's report also confirms that following the adoption of the updated code, the Commission has indeed achieved an even greater level of transparency when it comes to the conduct of its members. More information available in the daily news. Finalement, aujourd'hui,
finally, for today, the President and College had an opportunity to very warmly express their best wishes to Vice President Ansip and Commissioner Crețu, because it was their last participation in a meeting of the College before they take up their seats next week at the European Parliament. So the President thanked them very much for their work for the College and wished them well in their new tasks. So that was the announcements for today. Daily news is online and available to you, and you can find various other information on our activities, sometimes a little late, but never mind.
Okay.
Thanks, Margaritis.